Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Power Within, your daily fuel for discipline, strength, and unstoppable motivation. Dreams demand a sacrifice, yet we often forget this fact when our dreams don't come true. When we enter into any dream with no prior experience, with no knowledge of what it takes to reach that goal, we expect to win easily. The entertainment industry is full of people who entered in without knowing much about the field and thought they would make it big right away. We see the end result of these individuals, but rarely do we look at the path they took to get there. And more importantly, we don't consider the amount of work they put in behind closed doors. I wake up every morning before my work as an optometrist even begins, and I train relentlessly. Why? Because I have a dream of one day winning an Olympic gold medal for Team GB in the heptathlon. Now, obviously, you may think this is a pretty big dream. You'd be correct, but this doesn't happen overnight. This requires immense dedication, it requires sacrifice, and it comes with blood, sweat, and tears. There are early mornings, late nights, and weekends spent away from friends and family. We all have dreams, whether it be starting a business, being a great musician, or having a loving family. Dreams allow us to aspire to be greater. They motivate us to push harder and make us believe that anything is possible. However, it's easy to lose sight of these sacrifices needed to achieve our dreams. With social media nowadays, anyone can become famous for 5 minutes by uploading a TikTok video. We see celebrities with millions of followers, top athletes earning millions, and successful business people owning multi-million-dollar companies. We see the end result of their success, but rarely do we see the sacrifices they made to get there. What was the cost to their personal life? What did they give up to get here? How long did they have to train for? Michael Phelps has won a total of 28 Olympic medals, which is the most of all time. But how many hours do you think he spent training for this? He trained for over 10,000 hours before his first Olympics. That's the equivalent of 8 hours a day for an entire year. This man sacrificed so much for his craft. He slept at the pool, ate, drank, and breathed swimming. If we were to calculate the number of laps he swam, it would take him 65 years to swim them all. Back when he was just 11 years old, he would train twice a day. One of his coaches said, if you don't have a dream, then why are you here? Obviously, Michael had a dream, but he didn't get here overnight. In order to succeed, we need discipline. In order to be disciplined, we need rules. Rules keep us in check and prevent us from giving up when times get tough. These rules should be reasonable and serve as guidelines to keep us on track. I have several rules that I live and train by. First, I never miss 2 training sessions in a row. Second, I never miss a technique session. Third, I get at least 8 hours of sleep. Fourth, I eat healthy and stay hydrated. And lastly, I review my training and results weekly and adjust accordingly. If I were to miss 2 sessions in a row, it would lead to guilt. Then eventually, I would feel too guilty to return back to the gym. If I skipped a technique session, I wouldn't improve and move forward in my training. If I didn't get enough sleep, I would be fatigued, injury-prone, and unable to recover properly. If I ate poorly or became dehydrated, again, I would not be able to perform to the best of my ability. And lastly, without reviewing my training, I would be stuck doing the same mistakes over and over again. The key to success is consistency. It's easy to start something new and exciting, but it's a whole other story to maintain it. Being consistent means you have self-control. It means you stick to your plan even when no one is looking. It means you trust yourself and your abilities. Consistency allows us to be patient and persistent. It allows us to learn from our mistakes and improve little by little. Successful people are not perfect. They make mistakes, they fall down, and they lose. But what sets them apart is that they dust themselves off and try again. They accept responsibility for their actions and strive to do better next time. They understand that success is a journey, not a destination. They celebrate small victories and learn from their defeats. How do we apply this to our everyday lives? Well, it's simple, yet difficult. Set goals, create plans, and take action. Once you set your goals, break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. Create a plan of action and stick to it. Of course, it's important to be flexible and adjust your plan as needed, but avoid making excuses and distractions. Avoid getting caught up in trivial matters and focus on what's important. Don't just go through the motions. Be intentional with your actions and strive for excellence in everything you do. Take initiative, be proactive, and don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just another excuse to learn and grow. Don't let setbacks get you down. Stay focused on your goals and trust in yourself. With hard work and dedication, you can achieve anything. It's important to remember that while achieving your dreams is possible, it's also very challenging. It requires a lot of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. So be prepared to face obstacles and setbacks along the way. If you truly want to pursue your dreams, you have to be willing to make sacrifices. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. As an athlete, I've learned the importance of pushing through pain and discomfort to achieve my goals. Whether it's training in freezing cold temperatures or competing with an injury, I've had to learn to push through adversity and never give up. Recently, I hurt my foot 2 months out from the Olympic trials. Naturally, I was devastated. I underwent an MRI and saw a large tear in my plantar fascia. I've always been extremely careful to take care of my body because I know how fragile it can be. However, this was a freak accident and I couldn't control it. The doctor recommended surgery, but I decided to continue to train and see if I could run through the pain. My goal was still the Olympic trials. Of course, this was incredibly painful both mentally and physically. After 4 weeks of excruciating pain, the swelling finally went down and I was finally able to return back to training. My goal is still in sight. I'm just grateful to be back on the track doing what I love. Dreaming big is great, but it's only the first step towards success. Achieving our dreams requires sacrifice, perseverance, and dedication. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new venture, but it's important to remember that nothing worth having comes easy. In the pursuit of our dreams, we must be willing to make sacrifices, face challenges head-on, and never give up. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. So what dreams are you chasing? Are you willing to make the necessary sacrifices to achieve them? Let me know in the comments below. As an athlete, my dream is to compete for Team GB in the Olympics. I hope my story inspires you to chase your own dreams, whatever they may be. Believe in yourself, trust the journey, and never give up. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it has inspired you to chase your dreams and never give up. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. And always remember to push your limits, because you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. See you next time.